Hello everyone, my name is Chris Morello. I'm doing the Week 3 Coffee House for World Literature. Um, I chose to do it on the poet William Blake. Um, and to be specific, I did the two poems Holy Thursday and the Chimney Sweeper. So let me go ahead and start on Holy Thursday. 'Twas on a Holy Thursday, the innocent faces clean, the children walking two and two in red and blue and green. Gray-headed beetles walked before with wands as white as snow, till into the high dome of Paul's they like Thames waters flow. Oh, what a multitude they seemed, these flowers of London town! Seated in companies they sit, with radiance all around. The hum of multitude was there, from multitudes of lands, thousands of little boys and girls raising their innocent hands. Now like a mighty wind they raised to heaven the voice of song, or like harmonious thunderings the seats of heaven among. Beneath them sit the aged men, wise guardians of the poor, and cherish pity lest you drive an angel from your door. It took me a while to figure out exactly what the Romanticism theory was trying to portray. Um, I had to go do quite a bit of research on a few different websites just to figure out exactly what it was saying. Um, but after reading these different sources and figuring out what I believe the Romanticism theory was trying to show, um, two important elements that I found was the use of children. Um, well, that was the first element was the use of children, and the second was actually purity. And there's one line in particular that and it illustrates this perfectly. Thousands of little boys and girls raising their innocent hands. That line right there discusses the emphasis on children, but then you can almost sense the innocence and the purity that these children have. The very first line also discusses was on a Holy Thursday their innocent faces clean. You can almost, like I said, picture these innocent faces and these pure children um, being portrayed in this poem. Like I said, the second poem is The Chimney Sweeper, and I will go ahead and start reading that. When my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me while yet my tongue could scarcely cry, weep, 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 weep. So your chimneys I sweep, and in soot I sleep. Was little Tom Dacre, who cried when his head, that curled like a lamb's back, was shaved, so I said. Hush, Tom, never mind it, for when your head's bare, you know that the soot cannot spoil your white hair. And so he was quiet, and that very night, as Tom was a-sleeping, he had such a sight, that thousands of sweepers, Dick, Joe, Ned, and Jack, were all of them locked up in coffins of black. And by came an angel who had a bright key, and he opened the coffins and set them all free. Then down a green plain, leaping, laughing they run, and wash in a river and shine in the sun. Then naked and white, all their bags left behind, they rise upon clouds to sport in the wind. And the angel told Tom if he'd be a good boy, he'd have God for his father and never want joy. And so Tom awoke, and we rose in the dark, and got with our bags and our brushes to work. Though the morning was cold, Tom was happy and warm, so if all do their duty, they need not fear harm. This this poem also has the same kind of the same two as the Holy Thursday, but I also noticed a third one, which is the element of kind of like a religion. And you can see the emphasis of God and the when it discusses the angels and having God for his father. The Let's start with the first one with the children. Obviously, um, as you can see, it discusses the angel told Tom if he'd be a good boy, he'd have God for his father and never want joy. You can see the emphasis on both the children that Tom is with, and also with the religion and having God as their father. Um, another, well, I guess the last element was once again the purity. You can see this by then down a green plain, leaping, laughing they run, and washing a river who shine in the sun. The naked and white, all their bags left behind. They rise upon clouds and sport in the rain. You can almost see the picture of the children washing away their kind of like washing themselves off and becoming pure. And once again, this is a great example of the romanticism here with the children and purity, and finding God. I believe that's what the assignment called for. So hope everybody enjoyed this time, and good luck.